What's up everybody, this is McStan. My last video on Resident Evil Requiem's Stalker enemy stirred up a huge debate, and it's still going on. Some of you are convinced that it's Lisa Trevor, while others think it could be Alyssa Ashcroft. Today, we're going to break down the evidence for both sides and talk about what this enemy actually might be. So let's start with Lisa Trevor. There are a lot of similarities between her and the new Stalker enemy. First off, the tattered gown, the shackles on the wrists and ankles, and that hunched posture. All these line up. Then there are the sounds. The screams this creature makes are almost identical to Lisa Trevor's in the RE1 remake. If you played it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Lisa also wears a partial mask, so we can't really see her full face, but the parts that we can see, the eyeball and those huge teeth, they match what we see on this new Stalker enemy. Another strong visual clue. There's one notable difference though. This creature is much bigger than Lisa Trevor was in RE1 Remake, but lore provides a plausible explanation for that. Lisa Trevor was highly mutatable thanks to a precursor to the G virus, similar to what William Birkin had. This could explain the size increase and the more monstrous features in this new form. Some fans also think that Lisa may have been injected with Alyssa's or Grace's blood, maybe to try to bring her back to a human state. Both of those characters are believed to have special blood that people are after, so instead of restoring her, it might have actually mutated her even further. When you combine the visual similarities, the audio, and the mutational ability, it really does seem plausible that this is Lisa Trevor, even in this new monstrous form. And one more thing, if Lisa Trevor is really in this game, it would make a lot of sense for other characters connected to her past, like Jill or Chris, to appear as well. Resident Evil has a strong history of tying character stories together, like Ada and Leon, Wesker, Jill and Chris, and other characters. So her presence could hint a bigger story connection that we haven't seen yet. Now let's talk about Alyssa Ashcroft. Some people think this enemy could be Grace's mom, which makes sense narratively. It would hit really hard for Grace. Some even compare it to William and Sherry from RE2, where William was drawn to Sherry, but keep in mind, William wasn't trying to kill her, he just wanted to infect her. In the demo, this stalker can actually kill Grace, so it's a much more dangerous situation. Another point is the blonde hair, which matches Alyssa. Lisa Trevor was also said to have blonde hair before her experiments, so that alone doesn't really prove anything, but here's something important. This creature is weak against light, and unlike Lisa, it doesn't grow tentacles when injured. In RE1 Remake, Lisa Trevor would sprout out tentacles whenever she took damage. In the demo, you can actually see its skin burning from light, yet no tentacles appear. That's a pretty big difference, and actually, it makes some fans think that this might not be Lisa Trevor. It could be Alyssa, or maybe even a completely new character who went through similar experiments as Lisa Trevor. From a story perspective, if this is Alyssa, it would be a super dark and traumatic story. Resident Evil hasn't really made a main character go through something this personal. We've seen dark moments before, sure, like Claire and Steve from Code Veronica, or Sherry and William Birkin in RE2, and even Mia in RE7, but nothing like this for a playable character. It would be a big narrative shift, and I'm not sure if the series would actually go there. So where do I stand? Honestly, I'm not fully convinced it's Lisa Trevor or Alyssa Ashcroft. I lean slightly toward Lisa Trevor because of the visual and audio cues. The gown, the chains, the posture, the screams, all really point in that direction. Still, it could be a red herring, or it might actually be Alyssa experimented on in a similar way, or even a completely new character designed after Lisa Trevor's experiments. I have to admit, the light weakness, the lack of tentacles are a pretty big factor that makes me doubt it's Lisa Trevor myself. But at the same time, I still lean toward her. Its larger size and more animalistic features could still be an extra experimentation or mutation, but these differences keep the mystery alive. Personally, I hope it's not Alyssa. If it were, it would make the story incredibly dark, and while I'm not against dark storylines, I just don't think Resident Evil has ever gone that far. And they've had plenty of dark moments, but nothing quite like this for a main character. So while I lean toward Lisa Trevor, the mystery remains open, and that uncertainty is part of what makes this enemy so terrifying. So what do you think? Is this Lisa Trevor, Alyssa Ashcroft, or someone else entirely? Drop your theories in the comments. I want to see which side of the debate you're on. And of course, if you like this video, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe for more content like this. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.